3.2 billion unreached people live on planet Earth, and the number grows every day. How can we reach this number with just a few missionaries? The strategy lies not in addition, but in multiplication. Think about the fastest way for news to travel. It starts with one person telling everyone they know, and each one of those people telling more. Soon, the news will spread like wildfire. This is exactly how the disciples of Jesus spread the gospel in the early church. Everyone they witnessed to then witnessed to others as a result. Soon, it became a movement. At AFM Europe, we believe that the job of a missionary is not only to witness among the unreached, but to train new believers to be disciple makers themselves, creating the multiplication effect. If a missionary has to do all the work of evangelizing, he or she will need to be there forever, limiting reach and effectiveness. If the missionary ever leaves, all the hard work and progress will likely be for nothing, leaving the people in a state of dependence rather than training them to be leaders. This is counterproductive. Yet, this is the mentality of so many missionaries today. We want to start a disciple-making movement, not just send people on a mission trip. This is why missionaries must nurture and train believers to become spiritual leaders. Before the missionary ever leaves the project, it has already become self-sustaining. In this case, the missionary has effectively worked him or herself out of a job. The work of multiplication has a compounding effect as disciples become disciple makers. Adventist Frontier Missions utilizes this model and has successfully left growing churches in previously unreached areas all around the world, such as Mongolia, Papua New Guinea, West Africa, the Philippines, and more. Raising disciple makers among the unreached is the core of AFM church planting model, and the only way God's work can be accomplished on earth in this generation. Do you want to learn more about this church planting model? AFM Europe missionaries go through extensive training before launching, learning this evangelizing model and in the end, developing their own church planting strategy among their unreached people group. Missionaries also learn to apply biblical worldview when working among different cultures, enabling the people group to understand biblical principles in the context of their culture, allowing what they learn to stick in their minds. After all, what makes sense in our Western culture may not work in theirs. We believe that failure to plan is planning to fail. Join us as we collaborate with the Holy Spirit and continue to reach the unreached with the gospel.